I always thought the old mirror in my grandmother's attic was just a creepy antique, until I saw my reflection wink at me. It was an overcast afternoon when I decided to rummage through the attic for some old family photos. The place was musty, filled with relics of a bygone era, each item cloaked in a layer of dust. I had never paid much attention to the mirror before, a tall, ornate thing with a frame of twisted vines and roses. But as I passed by, something caught my eye, my reflection, standing still while I was in motion. I froze, my heart pounding as I waited for some logical explanation to present itself. The days that followed were filled with unease. Every time I caught a glance of the mirror, my reflection seemed to be doing something different, smiling when I wasn't, frowning when I was neutral. I tried to ignore it, rationalize it as stress or lack of sleep. But one night, as I was lying in bed, I heard a faint whisper coming from the attic. Curiosity got the better of me, and I tiptoed upstairs, the old wooden steps creaking under my weight. The attic was dark, except for a sliver of moonlight shining directly on the mirror. I approached it cautiously, my breath visible in the cold air. This time, my reflection wasn't just mimicking me. It was beckoning me closer, its eyes filled with a malevolent glee. I couldn't move, paralyzed by a fear so intense it felt like my heart would burst. Then, without warning, my reflection mouthed words I couldn't hear but understood perfectly. "Help me." I stumbled back, tripping over an old trunk. As I scrambled to my feet, I saw something that made my blood run cold. Another figure, a shadowy form, standing behind my reflection, grinning wickedly. In a desperate bid for answers, I spent hours researching the mirror's origins. I discovered it once belonged to a notorious medium who claimed it was a portal to the spirit world. Armed with this knowledge, I decided to confront whatever was lurking within the glass. As I stood before the mirror, I felt a cold hand on my shoulder. Turning around, I found nothing but empty space. My reflection, however, was no longer there. Instead, the mirror showed a dark, endless void. And then, from the depths of that darkness, a hand reached out, pulling me in with a force I couldn't resist. The last thing I saw before everything went black was my own terrified face, now trapped on the other side, winking back at me.